Hello friends, I hope all of you are keeping well. Friends, today we are going to talk about montane forest in India. As we know, montane forests are mainly found in Himalayan region. So we call them Himalayan vegetation also. So first of all, we'll take the map of India, my dear friends, and we know the mountainous region, or you can say the Kashmir region in this area, then we have Uttarakhand, then we have Sikkim, then we have Arunachal. All this area is covered with montane forest. Okay, friends, so let's talk about its important characteristic features. As we know, when we go up, altitude increases and temperature decreases. In your climate topic, you have studied about normal lapse rate when after every 165 meter, when altitude increases, 1 degree Celsius temperature decreases. Okay. So, here also in the Himalayan region, suppose this is your Himalayan mountain, and as we are going up, temperature is decreasing, and with the change in the altitude, there is a corresponding change in the vegetation types. So basically, montane forest or Himalayan vegetation has many subtypes, right? So first of all, near the foothills. Near the foothills, when you cross plains, Punjab, Haryana, and Uttarakhand starts. So near the foothills, we have deciduous forest. We all know about deciduous forest or monsoon forest. Okay, so near the foothills, we have deciduous forest, right? And when we go further up, altitude increases in Himalayan region, then we have wet temperate forest. Approximately 1000 to 2000 meters altitude is there, and we have wet temperate forest. As its name is suggestive, moisture is there and temperate region is there. Why I am emphasizing on temperate region? Because you know, when we study the temperature zones, we know this is equator, and this is your tropic of Cancer, this is your tropic of Capricorn, this area is tropical area, then you have the area between Arctic Circle and Tropic of Cancer, temperate zone, and between Tropic of Cancer and Antarctic Circle you have temperate zone. So what I am discussing here, horizontally, when we are going from equator towards poles, temperature is decreasing, and vegetation types also are exhibiting corresponding change, right? In the same manner, in Himalayas, when we are going up from deciduous forest, from temperate forest, we are moving towards alpine forest. That means from equatorial region, we are moving towards polar region. Horizontally, here we are moving vertically. So it would be very easy to understand if you link this with the altitudinal change. Okay, friends. Now we have understood near the foothills, we have deciduous forest. Then from 1000 meter to 2000 meter, we have wet temperate forest, and then you find in this region, in the higher hill ranges of northeastern states. You look at the map again, this is your northeastern India and this is your West Bengal. Most of the West Bengal is a plain region, but northern part of West Bengal is hilly area, and the areas in northeastern states and the areas in Uttarakhand. All these areas, higher hill ranges of northeastern India, West Bengal and Uttarakhand, we have evergreen broadleaf trees. Why do we have evergreen broadleaf trees? Because here temperature is slightly less. Yes, it's okay, but moisture is there, sufficient rainfall is there. That is why we are having evergreen broadleaf trees. And among these, oaks, chestnuts are predominantly covering this area, right? And then we are moving further at higher altitudes. We are moving further at greater heights, and this is approximately 1500 to 1750 meters height. Almost this region, we have here pine forest. this region, because again I am reminding you, with the corresponding change in altitude, we have corresponding change in the vegetation type in Himalayan region. So in these pine forests we have Chir pine forest, we have Devdar, and mainly in the western part of Himalayas. This is your western Himalayas, this is your eastern Himalayas. And my dear friends, we know Chir pine is a commercially very significant tree here, and Devdar is also very important here because it is endemic species which is grown here, and Devdar is providing durable hardwood, right? That is why it is commercially used on wide scale also. And so these things we have understood. Now we are moving higher, further height. We are moving approximately 2200 meter to 3000 meter. Right? This is the area where we are moving up. We have temperate grasslands. Temperate grasslands. Why we are having grasslands? Because as temperature slightly is decreasing here, height of trees is also decreasing, right? And in this area we have blue pine and spruce commonly found here. And in the same area, because Himalayas are spreading from this region to this region, so same kind of vegetation cannot be found at the same altitude throughout the Himalayas. So some variations are there, and among them we have found one area between 1500 to 3000 meters where we have temperate forests, where we have coniferous trees. You know, coniferous trees, they appear like a cone from the top, because snowfall is very common here and snow falls easily without damaging the vegetation cover. And in these coniferous trees we have pine, we have devdar, we have cedar, we have silver fir, and we have spruce. These are commonly grown here, right? And now we are moving further higher at higher altitudes, about 3600 meters. These temperate forests are transforming into alpine vegetation, alpine forest. Why this transformation is happening? Because temperature is decreasing. Same thing as we were discussing, we are moving from equator to polar areas. So the variations in temperature is related to the variations in the vegetation cover. In the same manner, variation in climatic condition here is responsible for the variation in vegetation in Himalayan region. So temperate forests are giving a way to alpine forests, and here pastures are also very common. And in the alpine forest region we have several trees which are commonly grown there: silver fir, junipers, pines, birches, and rhododendrons, right? And grasslands are also there. These grasslands are used by nomadic tribes. In Himalayan region, several tribes are there which move from lower reaches of Himalayas to higher reaches during extreme summers, and during extreme winters they again come back to the plain areas or near the plain areas. These tribes are Gujjars, Bakkarwals, Bhutiyas, and Gaddis, and the process which they are performing with the change in season, that is known as transhumance. Transhumance, along with their cattle, along with their animals, they move, and this nomadic tribe is these nomadic tribes are very popular in Himalayas, though their significance is gradually decreasing because of development projects, because of many urban plans launched by the government, and demarcation of green areas and many other things. This practice is on decrease, but still it is very commonly done by these tribes in these areas, right? And then we have we are approaching towards the snow line, and when we are approaching towards snow line, we have already discussed, they are merging into alpine grasslands, right? And as we are moving further, greater heights, here, near the snow line, we have tundra vegetation, where mosses and lichens or lichens are very popular, right? In tundra vegetation. Okay, dear children. So we have understood with the corresponding change in climatic conditions or say mainly temperature, there is a corresponding change in the vegetation type in Himalayan region. Now, one very important thing we need to discuss here. If we are in northern, right now we are in northern place and we are moving towards Himalayas. So southern slope of Himalayas, which is India facing, is receiving high rainfall because monsoon winds are monsoon winds are striking this region. So this region, which is India facing, southern slopes of Himalayas, which are India facing, are receiving more rainfall, high rainfall. That is why this region, we can say, we can write another point. This region, southern Himalayas, is covered with thick vegetation cover in comparison to thick vegetation cover in comparison to the northern side of Himalayas or northern slopes of Himalayas, which are China facing. Why? Because that area is not receiving that much rainfall which is being received here on the southern slope. So that one more you can say difference is there. Okay, dear friends. So in this manner, we can easily discuss and we can easily understand without any difficulty what kind of changes are taking place in the Himalayan region. With the change in corresponding change in altitude, there is a corresponding change in vegetation types or subtypes, you can say. Okay, so I hope all of you have enjoyed this discussion, and now all clarity is there, and there is no doubt about the features of Himalayan or montane forest. Okay, friends, thank you very much. Take good care of yourself.